Hello, kindred spirits. So, what's your story? I have a story based on four of my past lives that I am telling in my paranormal fiction series, Stone Slayer. But I'm really asking, what story are you telling yourself? What are you thinking, feeling, knowing, and believing about who you really are? Now, you have a physical story and a mental story, but that's not the whole story of you. You also have an emotional and a spiritual story. And that takes a little bit of, shall we say, creative approach to get to because it's not as easily available to you as the conscious mind mental story or the physical story that you can see with your eyes and perceive with your physical senses. To get at your emotional story and your spiritual story, you need the help of the soul senses, your intuition, those four channels of energy information that I have been talking about. And you need to look within your emotional body. Look within your heart with the help of your soul. Because the stories that you tell yourself will be directly reflected in the life that you are living. And that should clue you in right now with the state of the world that most of us are telling ourselves very unloving, very limited stories about who we are. And I'm here to say that those stories are not the whole truth and they can be changed and healed. I know that I have done it, and it started way back in those past lives that I'm sort of documenting in a fictionalized version in my paranormal fiction series. But the healing goes back to then, the pain and the suffering goes back to then. But I also have experienced then and now the reality of shifting my story by healing my self judgments and releasing my vows to self into one that is much more positive, much more uplifting, and much more empowering. And when I talk about power, I mean that in a literal sense. I'm not speaking metaphorically here, I'm speaking about your energy field, the field of energy and consciousness and love that surrounds your physical body. It's every bit as real as the physical body itself. In fact, the physical body would not exist and could not remain without the presence of that energy field surrounding it. You know, the thing that Seth called the tissue capsule. All right. Well, that tissue capsule is you, and the physical body simply reflects you in physical form. And the mental body that you have focuses your consciousness here on planet Earth in a physical reality. But there's so much more to the story. And that's why you go to the emotional and the spiritual. That's where different stories reside, all about you. And that's where you can make the most profound change, healing change, growing change, and maybe garner a bit of wisdom along the way. You never know, it could happen. It's happened for me, and I know it can happen for you because I'm just not that different or that special. I am that stubborn and persistent, however. And when today's remedies don't do it for me, I don't say, well, it's hopeless, it can't be changed. I say, well, let's go a different direction, take a different approach, because I don't believe that illness can't be healed. I don't believe that our world has to stay the way it is, unloving, unequal, and a whole bunch more of misery. I say we can heal it. It won't take the wave of a magic wand and it won't take superheroes. It will take all of us having the courage to face who we are and whose we are and heal. Just self. Because the more of us who heal, the more healed our world becomes. We are all that interconnected. So my message always is that there is hope. There is a way out. Just keep looking for it. Just set your intention. I want more. I can have more. And know that if it doesn't come your way instantly, it's not that God is saying no to you. It's that you are saying no to you. You're the only one who can say no to you, but you have to know where you're saying no to you in order to get to a yes. That's my message. There are places within where you can heal and affect change, but it's not where people are taught to go. So look deeper, look in a different direction. It's there for you. Until next time, vaya con Dios.